Ooh, it's a nice one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 2 grams of gold. That is awesome. It's my lucky day. Ooh, there's another one. Let's see what we got this time. Ooh, ooh. That's not a big one. Oh. Oh my God, it's the best day ever. The best. What a dream. Welcome back to another episode of Flower Gold Wizards. Today we're going to do a little prospecting. We will get some shovels in the ground today, but for now I wanted to check out a couple of spots that there are possibilities. It's still mighty cold. I think we got 10 degrees this morning, but we're going to check out a new spot. Let me pan around a little bit. You see there's plenty of bedrock to be worked, and right now we're on a trail to the spot we're going to go look at, and it's up and down and all kinds of bedrock outcrops. I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Like this one here, for instance. We're walking on, it's all bedrock. This whole, it's like a little mountain, I guess you would say. On the trail, I'm walking on a little trail here, and it goes up and down. Everywhere you look, there's more bedrock sides here. And I'm breaking right through and kind of coming over the top of one of these hills, and then it goes way down there. Then there's a pretty good sized river down there I want to go check out. Back in a bit. Well, I don't think we're going to get much done down here. I can't believe how high the water is. I mean, I'm standing up on a big chunk of bedrock up here, probably, I'd say 30 feet above that water down there. That's a lot of water. It's been so cold. I just can't believe there's this much water running through here. Even the little side creek over here, it's like a little overflow, is full of water and running. So yeah, we're absolutely not going to get anything done here. Let me see if I can get down here. Give you guys a little bit better view of what I'm looking at. I got a little closer to the water. That's about as close as I want to get, because that is really, really humming through there. You go in there and you're done for. You're gone. And it's going through these big bedrock canyons here. Let me get up and over this one here. Ooh, gotta be careful up here. That is straight down. I mean, I'm standing on the edge right here. I don't want to get any closer than that. Let me show you over the edge. There's up that way there. And it's underneath. Look at that. There's nothing. No water showing. And it comes out way down there. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do anything here. But it sure is a nice view. Well, I'll tell you what, let's gather Rigby up wherever he went. There he is. He's having fun. We'll go try another spot. Back in a bit. Hey, look, they got cushioned seats on their picnic tables too. Hey, Rigby. Oh boy. Back in a bit. Well, this is my potential spot number 2 for the day. But I don't get that this water is so high everywhere. It obviously hasn't been raining. So we'll try something else. But I will be back here in summer. Back in a bit. Well, me and Rigby here, we decided to try something a little smaller than those rivers we were looking at before. So we came up to our favorite creek, which was a little bit of a ride, and it has been just bitter cold. I mean, yesterday it was -12. I think it's only 9 above right now, and there isn't a whole lot of water here to work with. I think you know, a little bit of effort, and we could probably be in business. So I'm gonna take the plunge and head upstream ways, and we'll see if we can't find us something to do. Back in a bit. All right, we made it up here quite a ways, and it's not too tough walking in the woods yet. We're still on a makeshift trail here that was pounded down a little bit, and it still goes off that way a little farther, and we're gonna go up that way some more. But I thought I'd bring you guys down to a couple little spots I've been noticing on my walk in. You know, there's a spot right up there open, and then it's solid ice, and then here's another little spot that's open, and you know, and off it goes, and then it's solid ice past there again that way. So normally these are spots that I'm probably just gonna walk right by, because you know, I like to use my sluice back in here, and there's just not enough elevation here you know, for me to set my sluice up properly, so I'm typically bypassing these areas. Well, we're limited to areas, as you can see. So what I did is I brought a couple of pans with me here today, and I did bring my sluice and a pail and my little red container there to bring back any black sands that I get. That's just too cold out here to do finish cleanup. So when I go past spots like this here today, I'm gonna stop in there and I'm gonna grab a couple of samples of that, or maybe try to do a little quick pan in before it freezes solid. I got my shovel here and a great attitude. So let me go get a pan and we'll see what comes of it. Back in a bit. All right, here's our first sample pan. And you notice there's some softball sized rocks in there. We'll get them out of there. I'm gonna try to pan this down with one hand. This super sluice holds a lot of material and it's heavy. So we'll try to get some of the bigger rocks. And to note, I hit the clay layer already. That's only this first sample here. Look at that. So maybe that's a good sign, maybe it's not. Let me grab this sucker. Yeah, that is heavy. Let me grab this baby. Oh, look how rock and orange that is. See, maybe we can't get a piece of color or something. Yeah, it's definitely brisk out here. A couple of bigger rocks. All right, let me get them couple out of there. And we'll roll this back one time, Harold. I don't really see anything much for black sand. And no gold. Not that I really expect to, but holy cow, that's just freezing instantly in there. Oh, there's a piece of gold. I'll be darned, look at there. Right there. Hope you can see that. I'll be darned. Holy cow, is that freezing up fast. Well, there was a piece of gold in there. For very first shovelful right here. Well, that's crazy. But I did hit that clay layer right away. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna set the camera over there, and we're gonna do a little work in here and see if maybe I can't get a few to put in that black pan. I'll show you what I get out of here. That's a good sign. 2 little shovels. I love it. Back in a bit. All right, video update. We are finding gold. However, it's freezing to the side of my pan faster than I can get it out of there. Like that piece right there. God darn it. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have to, instead of looking for it in my pan, because it's my pan's solid ice already. It only took about 10 seconds out of the water, if that. I think I'm just gonna have to keep it under the water, and as soon as I get it close like that, start dumping it in there. And I've got a couple in there already. Why not? I'm finding gold here. I think I'm just gonna set up camp right here and get to work. We're finding gold, and it doesn't get any better than that. Got my best buddy with me on my best spot and the best audience in the whole world. Back in a bit. All right, before this one freezes, I'm hoping that you can see this little chunk of gold right there, because I don't think you can see it on the last one. There's one little piece right there, another one up there. I'm getting gold in just about every single pan now. And I don't normally say this. I gotta tell you, these babies are getting a little bit cold. So we're working on that. Even that's getting a big ice on top. It's just, look at that, it's turning into slush. So we're gonna hurry up and get this done. Back in a bit. Ooh, look at that clay. Yeah. All right, Uncle. It's a losing battle. Everything is just freezing up solid. So I've got, I don't know, half full or so there of concentrated material. I know there's some decent gold in there, but this little spot here is gonna definitely require some further attention. I don't know what if there's anything in particular. this log has been here quite some time, and you know, the flow is coming down this way, and this is all the material on the downside of this log here. And you know, there's a good mix of larger cobbles in here, you know, some bigger stuff and smaller, and it's really close to the clay. I mean, 2 shovels and you're in the clay here. So that might have something to do with it. But for today, I think we're gonna beat feet and get out of here. We definitely will be back. So let's pick this back up at the shop, shall we? Well, now that we made it back to the truck, I'm really warm. And Rigby's looking at me like, where in the heck are we going? Hey, Rig, look here. Yeah, he wants to party on some more. So I do have my suction hand dredge in the truck here. So we're going to take a little bit of a ride from here, and we're going to go see if we can do a little suction dredging. Back in a bit. Well, we made it to our spot. We're going to try to do a little suction dredging here, but there's the edge of the water that you can see. And about, I don't know, 12 feet this way, right here is a hole. And I stepped in it. There's water underneath the snow that sank in over where I stepped in there. So none of this is going to be accessible. I mean, that was up to my hip, and you get stuck in there, and well, it's not going to be pretty. So I guess we'll just have to leave this alone too. I just can't believe how much water is still running. It's with the amount of absolute cold we've had. I mean, it's just been brutal cold. So doesn't that look nice? So we'll get back to this spot sometime, I hope. There's some really good looking spots down that way, and it's actually starting to snow, and we're supposed to get a few more inches this afternoon. So I think we're just gonna skate out of here and go sit in the warm shop with a cold beer. Back in a bit. Hey, we made it back to the shop. Nice and warm in here. I left the heat on. We've got our material here from out in the wilderness. We got a nice cold beer. And we got that. Thanks, Gary. And we got our tub of water set up here. Now, this stuff isn't really concentrated black sand. You know, I was just getting it close and dumping it in there, but I know there's gold in there. I saw it. So, let's go ahead and use this black pan. We'll get this stuff panned down and we'll take a look at it. Back in a bit. And there's our gold under the micro lens. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, I don't know, maybe 20 pieces in there. Ain't too bad. Boy, are they tiny, though. Holy moly. Tiny, tiny stuff. But I'll take it. All day. All right, we got all that gold in the can. That can. And let's move on to a little bit of mail I got a little while back here. I'm sorry, Brian, it took forever, but I'm just trying to do them in order as they come in the mail. This here is from a guy named Brian Garrison. He went ahead and he sent me some rock samples, and they are fantastic. Look at these babies here. Now, there's some native copper there from the Keweenaw Peninsula. Tell me that is not just handsome. I mean, that stuff's just laying around on the ground. That is really, really cool. There's some stuff in here I never even heard of. Aventurine, and well, this one here I have, obviously. It's a Lake Superior agate. Isn't that beautiful? That's why people go bonkers for these things. Just as pretty as could be. And he's got that thing is just shined up like crazy. That is just amazing, amazing. And moving on, there's some snowflake obsidian. Look at the pattern on that thing. Just really, really cool. Really cool stuff. There's some amethyst. That one's almost clear on that one end there. Really, really neat. Then we've got some Dalmatian dolomite and some sodalite for your Kesslers. And we've got a little sard. Hopefully it's carnelian or carnelian, something to that effect. But all really cool stuff. And it's great to wash down with a ice cold PBR. Thank you very much, Brian. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Flower Gold Wizards. We didn't get to work in all the spots we looked at today because of the darn high water, but it will come down. We did do a little bit of panning. We got some gold, and it went right in that can right there. My 7,000 subscriber giveaway can. We got our mail, and we got some really nice rock samples from Brian. I appreciate each and every one of them. There's some fantastic looking rocks in there. Check out my Patreon page. It's in the description below. Half the money goes back to you guys in gold giveaways. So until the next episode, like, share, subscribe, and please do leave a comment. It really helps build my channel. Flower Gold Wizards, out.